this.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die. No,
Yeah, all of that you saying. This is about to be a roller coaster.
Hey, what's up, world? It's your girl Brittany, and today I have the beautiful Tahiry Jose. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm kind of lusty right now because Tahiry just dropped this calendar on my lap, and you look quite delicious in this calendar.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so tell me about who shot it and kind of your idea about releasing the calendar, because you've released calendars before, and you kind of just kicking off the new year, kind of, right?
Well, yeah, my first calendar was in 2011. Then 2000 and I believe 12 came the other one, which was one shot in St. Lucia. The next calendar was with the heavy hitters of Hot 97, Camilo, Cass One, and Enough. And this one was pretty special because I'm all grown up. And Jody Jones shot it. We did it in New York. Yeah, it's just it's a more mature Tahiry. It's more artsy. You know, yeah, people know me for my behind and, you know, the girl that looks good in a thong and a bathing suit. But this time I wanted to tell a story. Pretty much not all be cheeks, but a lot more classier and, you know, pretty much artsy.
So what kind of made you decide to kind of transition? Was it just growing up and being more mature?
It's growth, and it happens without you even noticing, you know. And it happens with everything, you know. You get older, your taste buds change, you just styles, you know, the things you feel comfortable in. It just happens without you even noticing, I believe. I don't think you wake up one day and you're like, oh, you know, I'm grown now. And it has not much to do with age either. It's just life experiences. It's what your body tends to feel comfortable with. I remember I was the 19-year-old that used to like wearing bright colors and being seen and walking in somewhere. Now I just like to be a lot more reserved and calm, cool, and collective. And I think it just happens with time.
Tell me about how you like maintain and preserve your sexy. Like, what is a day in the life with Tahiry in the gym?
It's a lot of work. I'm human. I'm not perfect. It's a lot of work. I wake up in the morning and I have a wonderful assistant. His name is Oscar, who has my green tea ready, and then my water, my vitamins, and about 2 to 3 liters a day. Then I walk into the gym, and it's a lot of just squats and lunges and just heavy weights, less repetition, a lot of crunches to keep my stomach flat. I also do have very good genes. My mom looks amazing.
Okay.
She's like in her mid-50s, and my grandmother still looks amazing, and she's about to turn 80. I come from a background where women are curvy and sexy.
Okay, but what about the food though? Because that's what I struggle with.
Well, I'm a foodie. Like, I eat. I come from the restaurant business, so behind the bar, waiting tables, you have to taste what you sell to an individual. So I can never walk into a restaurant, and which is why I hate the new technology now that you can like order on the iPads, and to me it's so not personal, because I want to know what I'm about to purchase. I'm a foodie. I eat, so which is why I'm like, I'm not a pro when it comes to this. I'm human. But a lot of veggies, a lot of salads. After a while, your body gets used to, like, I don't even eat dressing, and it sounds crazy to people, but once you start to get used to eating a certain way, your body just craves that not having dressing. But I might dip a piece of lettuce in my French dressing, which is my favorite. But veggies, a lot of water is important. A lot of salads, some protein. You have your your chicken, your fish. Here and there, I might dabble with the red meat somewhat because your body needs it at times. But yeah, stay away from the starches and the carbs and stuff like that. I am definitely a bread eater. Like, I can't live without it. But I'll have my cheat day. And a cheat day doesn't mean a whole day, but just a cheat meal, just one. Also, once you start eating right and clean, your body gets used to small portions. So, life is short, and I like to live a little, so I'll have a Happy Meal instead of having, the Big Mac that I want. So you just have to be, everything in moderation. And that's how I maintain. But I do work out is important, drinking water is important, and it all comes hand in hand. I get cellulite massages because I do have cottage cheese. For all you ladies out there pretending to be perfect with them nice filters on Instagram. It's real over here. So I work really hard on just getting it right.
Yeah. So you do go get the massages?
They're andromology massages.
Okay.
Put you in a bodysuit, and it's a machine, and it suctions and it massages, and it's to break down the fat that's stored.
Right, because cellulite's genetic, right?
Yes.
Okay, because some women won't get it, and then others will get it, and they'll be super slim and skinny. You just have cellulite.
Yeah, and I have a couple friends that are really, really thin with cellulite. My sister was 8 years old and she had it already, so it's hereditary. Probably one of my biggest struggles. You know, I love to wear white. But you know, I go hard. That's a lot of water, and again, you gotta really take care of yourself.
Okay, so I was on your Instagram, and I saw that you had hosted a party with Omari Hardwick.
Oh my God.
From Being Mary Jane.
And
he is so fine.
He is. He's definitely a 10 on screen and a 10.5 in person. You saw how I just... It took me back to that day.
She just got flustered. She's like, oh God.
It got hot in here. I actually went to the premiere party, saw him there for the first time in person, and he was breathtaking. And then I had the opportunity to book him to come and host at the club that I own, and it was quite an event. I mean, I've gotten 6,500 likes in less than 2 minutes for pictures, but you know, I put up that flyer and everybody went crazy for the man. So yeah, he's really good looking and smart and charismatic, and yeah, he was really cool and down to earth.
Like, who are you dating? Who was getting love from Tahiry?
Oh, that came out of back to Omari and the club. Suite 135 in Harlem. I'm dating.
Okay.
I'm dating. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not dating. My schedule is pretty intense. I'm not gonna beat you over the head and say, you know, the scheduling and you don't find time and I'm so into my work. That I am. However, people make time for what they want to make time for. So here and there, I like to have a little bit of fun, or you know, go out with a boy and just have regular conversations. So yeah, I am dating.
Do you date like regular guys, or?
I date whoever. I date, I'm all about chemistry. You know, I'm in the business where, you know, a lot of these events, you know, you rub elbows with the same people in your business, so you wind up, you know, actually being interested in somebody in the business. The regular guy kind of intimidated by, you know,
right,
and by the time I hit a city, by the time the guy comes over, I'm on to the next city, so it's pretty difficult. So you tend to date people in your same circle because they understand the lifestyle, and they're less insecure because they do it also. But I can't give you any names. Is there a specific special someone right now? There's a guy I really like, but again, schedule is crazy, so we try to make time whenever we could.
So the last time I talked to you, though, you were doing promotions for Love and Hip Hop,
right?
And you were with Joe. Are you guys still friends? Do you occasionally text each other? Hey, how are you? Are you alive?
Well, the block button works on iPhone.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
I blocked anybody?
No, but I've been tempted to block people.
I'm so excited. I even had my friend call me to see if it really worked, and then I blocked them.
Okay.
I don't know if Joey and I could ever be enemies. Really, like real, like I'm going to, like, I'll rather die. I don't think we'll ever be enemies that way. But have we been speaking for the first time in a long time? No, for the first time in, I think, life, this has been the longest we've gone with no kind of but I wouldn't know because I blocked them. After, I would say, the proposal, when it happened in real time, we kept in contact, and then once it aired on that Monday, he picked up the phone and went to speak to me before the world saw it. So I guess after the world saw it, you know, maybe he's a little embarrassed, maybe, you know, his pride as a man or whatever it was. I don't know. I just know that we haven't been speaking. I just thought at the moment, and I still think it's time for me to have just cut the umbilical cord, like it's time to move on.
Wait, so how are you and your sisters doing?
My sister's fine. We go through ups and downs still. It's really weird because at times when I'm very expressive and I have a strong temper, so whenever I spaz or I'm really hard on them, because I work so hard, I look at a lot of people around me, and I don't like excuses. Right. Excuses are for weak, so I think I treat my sisters that way, and at times I look back and I'm like, oh God, I just flipped out on her. She's not gonna talk to me again. I'm still kind of not too secure in that relationship because I'm afraid to lose her. And that causes me not to speak the way I want to because I'm afraid. But then, you know, as of late, I realized that, you know, we are sisters, and no matter how many times I scream or I disagree with her, I think we're in a better space because we're able to speak the next day like it never happened, and it just makes me feel like, oh, I'm not walking on eggshells. Yes.
Right.
So you know, it's a work in progress.
I also wanted to talk to you about your friendship with Rashidah.
Okay.
Are you guys still friends or?
There is no friendship.
Okay.
I don't believe there was one before, because friends don't do that to friends. I don't know, it's really weird. I just, you know, me and Rashidah knew each other for 8 years, off and on. We would see each other. You know, like I always said, I didn't call Rashidah for emergencies. You know, we run into each other in certain places, and she always, you know, kind of showed me that respect. Hey, how are you? How are you? We kicked it. Anytime Joey got crazy online, she'd be the first to call me, like, girl, you gotta let that nigga know.
Right.
You gotta let him have it. You gotta check him. You gotta put him, you know. It was cool until it wasn't, out the blue. So that just happened out the blue. It happened out the blue on Twitter, and I ignored it. It happened out the blue on Instagram, and I ignored it. And it was just attack, and I didn't get it. But then I got it when you sit back and you're like, you know, you watch the airtime on the show, you know, you watch that she has her own story, and maybe my story, you know, was not letting her breathe a little. And, you know, when all her interviews became, so what do you think about Tahiry? And she's like, you know, I am my own person. I have things going on, and, you know, I get it. So it was kind of like maybe her time to shine, and you know, she attacked a couple people on the show. And what better story than to attack the one friend? The world was gonna eat it up, and so they did. Hey, you guys, your girl Tahiry from Love and Hip Hop New York, and you're watching Global Grind.
So cool. I mean, I feel like if I ever
Ethnic or whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying, just find time to learn people and just learn about different people.